back at the Hutchison lab, and lots of things happening here with the 22-foot ray gun. What we are doing is making sure that the pieces all fit along with the plywood discs. Then we will disassemble, and tonight we're going to be etching the Teflon over here and attaching it to the insides of the discs so that they're facing each other as a static accumulator. And we will be showing that, and as the process comes along. The problem is that I don't know what's happened to John Hutchison. Where's John Hutchison?
I say, hello, who are you? What are you doing on my show?
Who are you?
Old Nelson, service Admiral. This is my ship. Sam, what's going on here? What is that thing? An alternated bullshit of a cannon?
I am building a Gatling gun for John Hutchison to combat radiation coming to us from Japan.
What is Japan? I mean, tell me, explain and tell me. I don't even know what radiation is. What's that supposed to mean, son?
Japan is an island on the other side of the ocean. We can't see it, but it's there.
I say, it's trying to kill us and bloody well try and do something about it now.
Yes, John is doing something. We're waiting for you to get your ship in the water so we can go.
It's already in the water. You're right on my ship.
Ah.
Yes, a big ah. And we're afloat. HMCS Victory at your service. Admiral Nelson here, standing by you, sir. Let's get this going then. All right. Hey, Swabby, what are you doing on my ship, and what is this contraption?
The center rectangular tubing are waveguides for high frequencies, and the long round tubes are antennas for low frequencies to work with the Earth's crust to combat radiation attacking us.
I say, sir, are you demented, and what in the name of heaven and blazes are you talking about?
We're under attack. We are taking action to defend ourselves.
Put it this way?
Probably.
Now, wouldn't that work?
No, that's the wrong frequency.
Really, I don't even know what that means, but anyway. Okay. Right. Frequency? What's a bloody frequency?
Frequencies are waves.
Waves? I know where there's big waves, and endless waves.
Yes, let's get to it.
Let's go on the ocean and hit the waves.
I say, bloody good show. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Whatever you say, sir.
Thank you. Now let's carry on then. No more bloody shenanigans on my ship. It's my ship. I need to know everything that's going on.
Alrighty, Admiral, we got your orders. Would you leave us alone so we can finish our work?
Yes, of course. I must head off to my library.
I think that you should go read a book and find out what a frequency is.
And clean my musket, by the way.
Yes.
Right on. Carry on then, and keep me informed.
Yes, we will.
Thank you. All right, cheerio.
Cheerio.
Keep a stiff upper lip.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What is it with all these crazy characters around here? And yeah, how are we going to get any work done?
I don't know. Just keep moving forward.
What is it that you're doing down there right now?
Final fitting all of the pieces so that the holes are in the right place before we move on to the next step.
Tell me what this is.
We're checking fit of the components before we move on to the next step.
And these components are what?
The 2-inch diameter, 10-foot long antenna. The center rectangular tube is the high frequency waveguide.
Good work.
What's the next step, Andy? Let's see, what are we talking about here?
I have one hole that's not properly aligned. I need to swing it down and file sideways.
Which hole is that, Andy? This one right here?
That one won't thread.
And what do you need to do now?
Enlarge the hole in the correct direction to allow the threads to line up.
Enlarge what hole?
One of the holes in the plywood.
Okay, so that's, everything else is lining up and threading?
Yep.
So that's the only one that's left.
Correct.
And we've got this long waveguide. The rectangular is all fit in. That took a while. We had to do some work to get the piece to fit through the plywood, but it's working okay. And so we're going to make sure this is all dry fit properly. Then we're going to be taking and etching the Teflon, applying it onto the boards, and then the Teflon's going to have to be drilled, right?
We'll adhere the Teflon to the plywood and then use the plywood as a guide to drill the holes through the Teflon.
Okay.
Then all the holes will line up and then we can complete the next step of assembly.
Okay. And then the next step is to put this all together with the Teflon. What's going on this end? Now does this waveguide stick out this far?
It'll be pushed in further so we have only about 18 to 20 inches sticking out because it has to be positioned between the support disc and the 20-inch diameter stainless steel ball.
Okay. And so so the ball's over on this end.
The ball receives the transmission from the waveguides, gathers the frequencies and energy, and then redirects it to the emitter, which is in front of the entire assembly.
And so this is going to stick out at this end a long ways.
Yeah, it'll stick out 5 to 6 feet on that end.
Why does it stick out so far?
Because he sized the waveguide 18 feet and the emitter tubes at 10 feet, and that's how the dimensions worked out.
So I guess it just all has to do with proportions that he wants on the...
Proportions of the antenna being used.
Oh, right. Okay, so we'll be back with the Teflon etching and how this all gets put back together again.
Be good. If you can't be good, be careful.
I'm going to start putting it on here.
That ether sticks. Oh, you're doing it already?
I'm doing it already.
Want me to film it?
I'm filming.
Oh, you're filming it?
I'm filming it right now.
Okay. That's the etcher?
This is the etcher.
Time is 10:10.
So, get your paper towels. You got a roll. How many rolls of paper towels we got here?
That many.
I'll take it and wipe it off, work it in. So I'm doing this. of sand. I don't like the results of the etching. So what's your grit there?
100.
Okay, so take this. We're gonna go in along like this. We're just gonna go very methodically and get along here. See what I'm doing?
Yep.
Okay. Like you can feel it with your finger right there. This is not, it's still too smooth, it's not gonna tap. Now it will. So what we have here is bonded B45TH. It's supposedly the absolute best adhesive on the market for this application. Costs a lot of money. You have 1 part B and 2 parts A. And we have to mix this together as an epoxy, lay it on here, spread it out, and then we have to put the boards on. And we have a dog whining over here who wants to see, but we can't let her in. So now we're going to be mixing the epoxy. Maybe John can talk while we're doing this because he can't really hear us.
Yeah, okay, well they're mixing the epoxy mix now to apply onto the Teflon.
One hardware,
Okay.
the catalyst.
All right, lift her up. It's really thick. You see that, guys? Am I even? What do you think?
Up higher? Yeah, good.
See bubbles. Start moving that. It's supposed to be, it's actually quite thin, this goes on here. Nice. Good. Good. Okay, so we've got so now we have the first disc glued, and we're rolling down on it to give it some pressure.
Contact pressure.
And now,
Now I need somebody on the opposite side from me so I can come up to the edge. So I need somebody to hold down.
What was that measure?
Yeah, hold it down.
okay, we'll get this done and we'll go on to the next one. So this is how the adhesive was applied to the etched, stuffed up Teflon. Now the plywood being put in place, actually just enough of a tack, and now that flip it so that we can get in position.
Lift it, this side up, over, and back down again. Now center it.
Get it into position.
Good.
It's got to come this way, Andy, this way. We've got to,
Come this way, Jake.
yes, the Teflon has to come this way. Can you push it?
Teflon is smaller than the plywood.
There, now we're flush. How about there?
Flush.
Pretty drift.
More.
Could be drift on it.
Okay, this one's centered.
Okay, so now this is going to have to dry overnight, and then we can drill the holes and start getting the inside of that assembled. All right.
Okay, I need somebody to hold down the opposite side while I roll this. I can hit the barrel.
Yeah. John, can you hold the opposite side over there? Okay.
These things